Welcome to the 5-Step Blueprint to launch a profitable and scalable coaching business presentation. My name is Michelle Davis, and I am the founder of Marketing Gem Solutions, and I am a business startup and growth strategist, and I help women monetize their expertise by creating a profitable coaching program without overwhelm and stress. So I'm so excited that you're here. And over the next 30 minutes or so, I'm going to share a few things with you. And the first thing I'm going to share with you is how to discover and monetize your skills and expertise. Then I'm going to share with you how to plan, package, and price your coaching offer with confidence. And finally, I'm going to share with you how to create systems in your business to help you build a foundation for growth. And so you may be wondering, who exactly is this presentation for? So this presentation is for you if you are wanting to start a business, but you don't know where to start. Or maybe you already are doing some one-on-one coaching and you want to kind of transition away from one-on-one coaching because you want to see bigger revenue in your business. Or maybe you believe you have this superpower within you and you just can't figure out how to turn it into a business. Or you want to have an impact on the lives of others, but you don't know how. Or maybe you're even at a stage in your life where you know there's more for you in your career or in your life. You just need to figure out what that is. And you don't have a lot of time to waste. Maybe you're still working your 9 to 5, or, and even when you get off, you have kids, or, you're tending to, a spouse. Whatever the case may be, you don't have time to sit on a bunch of webinars, a bunch of master classes, or read through eBooks to figure out what it is you need to do to get started in your business. So what exactly is a scalable and profitable coaching program, and what does it look like? So most coaches kind of start off as a one-to-one coach. And the good thing about one-to-one coaching is it gives you an opportunity to get in the habit of working with clients and get comfortable working with clients. It kind of allows you also to kind of know, your target client a little bit better because you get to work with them enough. You get to know, what their pain points are. And those are great things, that's a great way to get started because those are all important things for you to learn about the people you serve. However, the drawback to one-on-one coaching is you can only have so much impact with someone when you're working with them for 60 to 90 minutes. And because you can only have so much of an impact, you're kind of providing this one-off service, so you become transactional instead of transformational. And you may find yourself always hustling for your next client unless you have like a process dialed in. And I say that you're probably always hustling for your next client because most coaches are. Most coaches don't earn a lot of money simply because they kind of get stuck in this one-on-one coaching kind of model and they never see the revenue because they can't scale one-on-one coaching. Because you have to think, how many one-on-one sessions would I have to deliver to see that impact or that dent in my bills or to see that revenue coming in? And so that makes it where your business can't run without you. So it's not scalable because your income is limited to the time that you have available. And so what ends up happening is you get stuck on this hamster wheel of being a solopreneur where you can't ever grow beyond yourself. And so that is why in this presentation, I'm going to focus on group coaching, which is also known as your one-to-many model. And so with this model, you get to have a large impact with your clients. You get to enable them to achieve a greater transformation. all because you're working with your clients for a longer period of time in a very systemized way. In other words, you have a process for working with them. And also you can systematize your lead generation because you have this process for generating your clients and getting your clients into your door and into your service. And your business can operate without you because with group coaching, you can create a foundation for your business to operate without you, which makes it scalable, not tied into your time, and you can even build a team with a group coaching model. So why even start a group coaching or why start any coaching program? Well, first of all, coaching programs are easy to start. They're low-cost businesses to operate. They're home-based, so you don't have to go anywhere to earn extra income. And you get to decide, kind of who and when you work. So I just want to share a little bit about who I am before we hop into the presentation. So who is Michelle Davis? Well, I am a business startup and growth strategist. I'm a mother to a beautiful, beautiful teenage daughter. I am also a pet mom, and I have a lizard named Lizzie, a rabbit named Tandy, and a dog named Alva. So we are pretty, there's a lot going on in our house. Before launching a career in coaching, I had a career in nonprofit services where I was a manager for a number of years. And over the course of my nonprofit career, I launched about 16 nonprofit programs from scratch, from ground up. And that is like from, kind of inception to operation to getting those programs funded. And, which is not an easy task. And, even in the cases where the programs were already or there was funding in existence, you have to develop, your operations. And so, that is what I did for a long period of time. And I got to the point where I wanted to start my own business at 45, had no idea what that was, but ended up starting Marketing Gym Solutions back in 2016. And when I started Marketing Gym Solutions, it focused on branding, it focused on, website design and social media, lead generation through social media, and really social media management. And so after working with so many women over the years, what I decided to do, and I came to the point in my business where I wanted to help people make a transformation simply because I saw my clients struggle. And I wanted to pivot my services and pivot my program into less of a transactional operation and more of a transformational operation. And that is when I launched Phenomenal Boss Academy, which is a business mentorship coaching program where I hold your hand, in terms of how to launch a coaching business from A to Z. And throughout the years of helping women build their business, whether it was, the building it, by helping them, get their brand identity in order, or, helping them get started in their business, I developed this 5-step blueprint that I found worked really well in a really concise way in helping people get started in their business. So what exactly is this 5-step blueprint? So the first step, and this was starting any business, you want to figure out what this business should be about or what this business should be. And the mistake that people tend to make when they start a business is they look to start a business based on they look outside of themselves, and sometimes they look at what's trendy or what they hear, someone else doing that they kind of want to hop into. And the first step is, look at yourself and decide, do a self-assessment and kind of dig deep and see what are your passion, skills, and expertise. Because everyone has something that they're good at that they can start a business around. So think about, what are you good at? What skills have you developed over the years? What are your experiences and what have you overcome? So I always kind of recommend with my students that they kind of create a list. And your list is split into 3 parts. So you'll have a list in terms of what you're passionate about, a list of things you have skills and expertise in, or or a great deal of knowledge in, and you'll have an overcome list. And so in your passions, these are things that you get lost doing, and you absolutely love doing it, and everyone tells you, oh, you're so good at this, you're so good at this, and you don't mind doing it because you love it so much. And your expertise is comprised of your skills and knowledge. So what have you learned over the years, through your job? Just like how you inventory your skills when you're looking for a new job, what about you inventory your skills now that you're thinking about launching a coaching business? And hold on, I just want to take a sip of water. Sorry about that. So you want to think about, what are some skills you've developed over the years? And you have tons of expertise, because if you think about it, if you're in the working world, working a 9 to 5, of course you have expertise in something. Think about your current job. Look back at your prior places of employment. What have you done over the years? And so you want to list those things there, and then also come up with things that you've overcome over the years, and whether it's traumatic things or just things that you kind of conquered, over the years. And when you put all of these things together and you kind of brainstorm and do a brain dump, and you kind of fill out these columns, you're going to find that somewhere in there is something that you can imagine yourself doing. And most importantly, something that is going to help someone solve a problem or bring about a transformation. So that's step 1. So step 2 is create your coaching offer, because once you kind of brainstorm all of those things, all of the things you're passionate about, you have expertise in, and that you've overcome, you want to take those, you want to narrow it down to one single thing that you consider to be your superpower. And that is what you want to build your coaching offer around. So you want to ask yourself, what problem can you solve out of everything that you've laid out in step 1? What transformations can you help someone achieve? Who do you help? In other words, who best, benefits from this transformation or this solution that you offer? And how can you convert the solution you provide into a coaching program? So I want to kind of highlight the whole, who do you serve? Because this is something that a lot of coaches get wrong. And so they end up spending a lot of time and a lot of money talking and targeting and messaging to the wrong person or the wrong audience. And so when before you can even sit down and create your offer, you got to be crystal clear on who you serve. So I'll take this example of a business coach. So I'm a business coach, and maybe you're an aspiring business coach, and you can just take this example and apply it to whatever type of coaching you intend to do. So when you think about who you serve, you have to think your target audience, is, let's say, women, for example. Your ideal and I want to just mention the target audience for a sec, because you can't serve every single person. And because you have to make sure that you're talking to the right people and you're able to demonstrate to them that you can solve their problem. So let's say your target audience is women and your ideal client is women that want to start a business, and your niche is women that want to start a childcare business. And so when you're super clear and you have a niche and you know who you're talking to, it's easy to create social media marketing. It's easier to create paid ads. It's easier to create an entire framework to help someone solve that big problem that they have. And that's how they get their childcare business off the ground. So I hope that makes sense, because a lot of people get this wrong and they may end up kind of in the ideal client category where they're kind of targeting, women that want to start a business, and women may want to start an e-commerce business, or they may want to start a service-based business, and it's too broad for you to focus on. So that's why you want to niche down and really get specific about who you help and who best benefits from your process. And then once you know who it is you're targeting, you need to know their pain points. What is their big problem? And where are they right now? Because the whole goal of your coaching program is to take them from gloom and gloomy and doomed to happy and satisfied. And you need to be able to do this using a 3 to 5 step process. And that 3 to 5 step process is essentially your coaching framework. So now that you know, kind of like what you're passionate about, your expertise and your, things you've overcome, and you've, kind of looked at all of that and you narrowed it down to this one specific kind of a superpower or coaching expertise, and you've created your coaching offer. The next thing you want to do is you want to develop your coaching plan. You want to develop a plan. And this is a step that a lot of people tend to make. And you're planning out your coaching business or any business is critical for success. So when you think about a business plan, one of the big things about your coaching offer is you want to make sure it's profitable, because yes, you're passionate about it, you have expertise in it, you've identified something that you have overcome, and you can take that, what you learned from that experience and help someone achieve the same result. That's great, but you got to make sure it's profitable. And so that's part of where you want to plan. You want to look at your market by looking at your competitors. You want to see what people are searching for and making sure people are searching for that solution that you offer. And then you want to create an identity for your program. So your program should have a name, so that it's, recognizable as you market it in the marketplace or put it out there in the marketplace. And you want to make sure you're packaging your offer competitively. And this is where you want to make sure you have your target audience dialed in. And one of the things you also want to do when you're vetting out your offer in the marketplace is you want to pay attention to, the pricing that the market calls for. And, I don't want you to get in the mindset to think that you have to, work for peanuts, or create this coaching program and, that has to be kind of this low priced program. And the whole point of creating the offer is to create something robust enough, and that's going to, have this major impact on your client's life, where you can charge a premium price. So you want to make sure with the planning that you have, your target audience dialed in, you have your program delivery dialed in, and you create a marketing plan that's going to help you get your clients on board and in your services, and as well as how you're going to onboard your clients. So, typically a business plan, you can create a one pager or you can create, kind of like a multi-page business plan. But a business plan typically has, quite a few sections in it. But these are kind of the highlights of what your business plan would include. And, I have another video. So if you're interested in learning more about business planning, I won't go in too much into that in this video, but I have another video that you can view that goes in more detail about business planning. But you definitely want to have a business plan for your coaching program. And so let's talk about what it means to launch your business, to launch your coaching business. So when you're launching, you want to ask yourself, what do you need to do before you accept your first client? What is your revenue goal? Are you ready to implement your marketing plan? In other words, are you ready to kind of release, kind of put your marketing plan in place so you can start getting the leads in for your business? And before you enroll your first client or even start trying to get, traffic into your offer, to your coaching offer, you want to make sure your program has that identity. You want to have, a sales page. You want to have, a setup for your payments. Are you gonna invoice them, or, how are you accepting payments, and what processor are you using? What is your service delivery method? Do you have that set up? What is your messaging to make sure you're targeting the right people by what you say in your marketing? And what is your marketing strategy? And when an example of a marketing strategy is, how do you plan to, get your clients in the doors? Will you use social media? And if you're going to use social media, for example, how often will you post? What will you post? And so your social media efforts need to be strategic so that you are always targeting your ideal, your niche, the clients in your niche, and you're always targeting the people that are going to best benefit from the coaching program that you offer. So let's talk about step 5, which is developing systems to scale. So a lot of coaches tend to think that they don't need any systems in their business until they, get more clients. And the problem with that way of thinking is when you get more clients, it's usually too late. Not too late to develop the systems, but you're usually kind of overwhelmed because you don't have the systems in place to support the clients. And having systems in place simply means you have a process for working, for a process for operating your business. And when you don't have systems and that means you don't have any processes in place, you tend to operate in chaos. And so it's so important to have a system for, let's say, how you're going to handle your administrative tasks, how you're going to always have a pipeline of leads coming in, and what is, have a systematic way of, conducting your marketing. How are you going to close your deals? Are you going to close them on the phone? Or are you going to have a Zoom call? And what is your sales script? What is your process for taking that lead to convert them into an actual paying client? And what do your operations look like? And what kind of client support do you offer? So all of those are examples of systems you can have in your business. So with all of that information, where do you even begin? And so you have two choices at this point. You can take what you learn in this presentation and implement it on your own. or you can work with me to get your coaching program started. And as I promised, I'm not going to give you a whole long spiel about, this great coaching program I have. And yes, I have a great coaching program, but I'm going to, offer you an invitation to hop on a call with me. And when you make the decision to work with me, you get to shorten your learning curve to learning how to get your coaching business started. You essentially have a coaching guide from A to Z, so you don't have to guess about what to do first, second, third, and all the little details in between. I show you how to monetize what you already know, so you're not wasting time trying to learn something new to get your business started. And I help you fast track to helping your ideal audience, because instead of spending months, looking at the different, webinars and reading the ebooks after ebook, only to not have all the pieces for you to launch your business, that no one has time for that. So if you want me to help you fast track your way to helping your ideal clients, I'm here to do that for you. And the faster you get to help your ideal audience, the faster you get to earn that extra income that you're wanting to earn in your business. And you get a business mentor to hold your hand along the way. So if that sounds like something that you think you could benefit from, let's have a conversation. I'd love to share with you about Phenomenal Boss Academy, which is a business mentorship group coaching program. And so this call is a no pressure call. It's a no obligation call. I don't feel like I have to beg you to buy my program, because my program sells itself, because it's so intensive and it walks you through everything you need to do. And I essentially hold your hand every step of the way. So with that being said, that's the end of my presentation. Take a screenshot of this website and go ahead and open up another tab and go ahead and put this address that's shown on the screen and go ahead and book your appointment. Because what do you have to lose by booking a conversation, which is essentially your business launch strategy session? That's all it is. Because in that call, we'll decide together if we're a good fit to work together. Do your business goals align with what I'm looking for in terms of the students for Phenomenal Boss Academy, which is people that are coachable, people that are ready to get started, and people that take action, women that take action. And so, because in Phenomenal Boss, I'm about business. I'm about getting you started, and I need action takers in that program. So if any of this sounds like, you could use it, extra help, and you can envision me as your business mentor, go ahead, visit the link, get started with your session by scheduling it. And with that being said, I can't wait to meet you and to learn more about your business. So take care and best of luck in your business journey.